How you doing, guys? This is Andrew coming at you from Team C4G. Today we're talking about Majespecters in our edition of decks in under 5 minutes. Now, this is not an in-depth analysis of the deck, but it is just a quick way to find out if it's the kind of deck you'd have a bit of fun with. It's one of my personal favourites, I'll definitely say that off the bat. And it's a fun little deck based around back row control and basically mainly board control. Now, our first criteria we've been looking at in this series is the OTK potential. Majespecters can very easily put on well over 8k damage in one turn by pendulum summoning like any good pendulum deck. However, they do lose a few points on the sheer fact that those scales aren't always the easiest to protect, especially with Twin Twister and all those other good kind of back row removals around these days. So for that reason, I'd give their OTK about a 6 out of 10 because it's just not that consistent. Moving on from there though is where Majespecters shine. Now this board control that they possess, I would honestly probably compare it to Clee Demise in respect. They run a whole heap of back row, but it's mainly archetype specific. So they can search out Majespecter Tempest, for example, which is exactly the same effects as Solemn Strike. But rather than paying 1500, you just tribute a Magi, which you just got to summon at next turn and then basically search it again. They also search cards for banishing, and they also search cards for spinning and increasing attack points. So a huge amount of control, as you'll see in this little replay. But basically most of their back row is chainable, and as soon as you rebuild that scales, you bring monsters back out. After you bring monsters back out, you can basically go ahead and rebuild that back row. So for board control, I would give Majespecters a 9 out of 10. The last consideration would be the ability to special summon from the extra deck. Now Majespecters can do this really well. Not only being pendulums can they special summon at lots of face-up pendulums from the extra deck, which I guess still counts, right? They of course can go into quite a number of XCs as well. Totem Bird as a specific really nice rank 3. They can go into Acid Golem as well. They can also go into Trapeze Magician and Nightmare Shark for a really cool OTK combo. And other than that, Majespecters also control the board on my previous point very easily because all Majespecters have an ability where they cannot be targeted or destroyed by card effects. So even if they activate a special ability and you Solemn Strike to negate the effect, the monster will still survive. So it just gives them a bit more ability to kind of hang on. So I would overall give their ability to special summon from the extra deck about a 7 out of 10, giving them a total of 22 out of 30. They're the kind of deck that a lot of people aren't expecting, and generally you can win, especially if you go first with a half decent hand. However, they are pretty easily counterable in the your game 2 and 3. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you give Majespecters a try. This is Andrew signing out.